Hi, folks. Welcome to Old Bridge Outlook with Mayor Owen Henry. On this show, the mayor has an opportunity to talk to you about important things taking place in the township and introduce you to people making things happen in the township. And speaking of people making things happen in the township, I'm delighted to welcome our guest today, Rosemary Rivoli, who is on the Cultural Arts Committee, and we're going to be talking to Rosemary later about some of the events that she's been involved in. And Mayor, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Gene. How are you doing today?
Good.
Thanks
good,
for having
Mayor.
me again. Always appreciate the opportunity to
Always.
talk to you and discuss and kibitz, as you like to
As
say.
kibitz, as we like to say, right, Mayor. Well, a few things today, Mayor. One thing that I was particularly taken with was this new newspaper.
All around Old Bridge, yes.
All around Old Bridge, folks. For those of you who have not seen it, I think it's a great idea since the local papers don't do any coverage of Old Bridge at all.
Very little. And this new newspaper will be a monthly. It's coming out.
Right.
The second edition will be coming out shortly, the October edition. So
Right.
it's filled with a lot of useful information,
Right.
a lot of good articles. It basically tells everyone what's going around, all around in town. Exposure to some businesses in town that advertise in the paper. Ask you please, go there to those restaurants and whoever advertises in there, patronize their businesses. And it's a good source for, like I said, if you want to know something about the town, go to that newspaper. And we're also looking for people who want to publish articles.
Oh, really?
Yes. If
Okay.
you have an idea, if you want to, if you have a story to get out, let us know.
I think it's a great idea. As
It
I
is.
say, we always look for ideas for the shows here, and the local papers don't have any ideas for us,
And anyone who's picked up the paper has nothing but compliments for it.
Good, good. I'm glad
Very
that that's...
pleased. Yeah, Mr. Dave Hernandez from the Old Bridge Funeral Home was
Right.
instrumental in getting that. The Business Alliance, everybody's behind it 100%.
Yeah, well, I think it was much needed, and I salute him for doing it. It really is a great idea. I'm going to look forward to reading it. Mayor, one other thing, and I hate to bring this up, but this morning seemed to be one of the first mornings with some chill in the air.
Yeah, it's getting that time of the year.
Yes, and that time of the year usually brings, I think, the word snow.
Snow, we're
And what
ready.
are you looking at?
We're ready. Our plows are all ready. We're fully stocked with our salt dome is full. We have some extra material outside the salt dome should we need it. So,
Okay.
as the famous words, let it snow. We're ready.
Okay, and last year we had that brining the roads.
Yes, we're
Is that
ready to
going to still
pre-treat.
happen?
We're going to pick that up a little bit more, the pre-treating. We have our trucks set up specifically for that now. 2 of our newer vehicles will get out a day or 2 before an event and pre-treat our hills, our intersections, so that at the end of the day, Old Bridge is a safer town during a snow or an ice event.
Okay, well, thank you, Mayor. Mayor, since we did meet last, there was one very nice, I thought, celebration that took place a week or so ago over at the high school, World Fest. What'd you think?
I was pleasantly surprised. I had a great time. Everybody that went there, I think, had a great time. It was different for Old Bridge. Combining it with the Board of Education and the school and the kids and the teachers and the PTAs and the superintendent, everybody came together and put on, I think, one of the better events in town.
I couldn't agree more, Mayor. And folks, that gives me my cue to go back to Rosemary Rivoli, who was on the Cultural Arts Committee, who was the driving force behind World Fest. And Rosemary?
Hi, how are you? Thank you
Again,
for having
welcome.
me. Thank you.
Rosemary, before we talk about World Fest specifically, could we talk a little bit about the Cultural Arts Committee? What is
Sure.
it? How does it work?
Sure, absolutely. Actually, cultural arts was a little dormant for a while, so it's starting to rebuild and gain its force again. We meet monthly over here in the township, upstairs in room 201. And what we do is we're trying to come up with different ways that we are able to, reach out to all of the community. As many people as possible in terms of theater and music.
Right.
And just art in general. There's so much of it here, and there's so much talent here in Old Bridge, and we're looking for those platforms where we can really highlight all of the individuals that make up our community and are so talented.
Okay. I notice in looking at your little prospectus on the website, you do have a broad portfolio, huh? Music, theater,
Yes.
dance, cinema.
Yes.
Very ambitious.
Yes, we are striving towards setting a nice program. Come January, we're looking to start putting in place a nice calendar of events where we will focus on different concerts in the summer. I know that they had that once before,
Right,
and we'll be
right.
bringing that back here to Old Bridge. I know that was something that everyone loves and looks forward to, so we're looking forward to doing the same. We're looking for some more, a lot of family time events. We're looking for Mommy and Me painting programs and
Okay.
different activities, fun night with games with the family, perhaps a weekend picnic. there's lots of different things that we can do within our community and use our resources that are here that don't cost a lot of money. And it's a great way to show people what we have here in Old Bridge, maybe that they are not aware of.
Okay, thank you, Rosemary. Mayor, I noticed that you appoint the members. There are 9 members of the committee. How do you select the members? Do you select them with people with talent that can fill these backgrounds?
Whoever puts an application in will look at it, review it. Obviously, we look for people who are talented,
Yeah.
but anyone who's just willing to put some time in
Okay.
and work. We need a lot of hard workers and people who work. A lot of people like to talk about being on a committee, but when
Yes.
it comes down to the meat
Yeah.
and potatoes of working
Yeah.
or making phone calls or going out and soliciting for sponsors, that's a whole nother, and people kind of shy away from it. But so, if anyone is interested on, serving on the Cultural Arts Committee, please let Rosemary know, let me know, let one of the council members know.
Okay.
And we'll get you on there.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Rosemary, how did you get involved? What drove you to join the Cultural Arts Committee?
Well, my background actually, when I lived in Staten Island, I played clarinet. And I was very
Did you?
fortunate. Yes, and I was
Okay.
very fortunate that growing up, when I went to FIT, Fisher Institute of Technology, there was no music program obviously there.
Right.
But where I grew up, we had a community band, and I was very fortunate to take my talents and continue on as I grew older. And I was a member of the band, I played, and then I also was the president of the not-for-profit organization. And I just love servicing our community as best as possible. With the community band, we used to perform different functions, civic functions throughout Staten Island for the borough president Molinari back then. And then we used to go to the nursing home. So I used to love to organize that and schedule the activities and the events. So when I came here and I saw there was a cultural arts committee, I said, wow, this is something right up my alley. It's something I enjoy doing. I enjoy donating some of my time.
Right.
So, and especially having children, I thought this was a great way also to teach my children, because that's the best way. You have to show them, you have to set examples. How do we service our community? And this is one of the ways that I found that I could be a teacher at home within my community with my children.
Talking about a community band, are you giving us a little advance notice that you'll be forming a community band with you
No,
playing
but
the
we have
clarinet?
one.
Gee,
We have
we
one.
have 2 community
We have
bands
them
here in
here.
Old Bridge, 2 of them.
Yes, we do.
Right,
We have
yes.
them. I actually
That's
may
cool.
grab my clarinet, but I think if I do, my family may get a little upset with me because I've donated a lot of my time elsewhere. But but we do. We have 2 of them, and that's also something. Also, as cultural arts, we would like to enhance and bring to everyone's attention and do different functions where we highlight them also. That we bring them on.
Okay, Rosemary, I noticed that one of the key members of your committee is Barbara Anderson,
Yes, Barbara Anderson
who
is
has
the driving
done
force.
myriad number of chores around here over the last 25 years. She's behind this too, huh?
She's unbelievable. She is the driving force.
Yeah.
She's an incredible woman. I know that 30 years ago, Barbara and Claire Young had gone together,
Yes.
and they created a program for project for special children.
Yes, yes.
And from that, it grew, and now they have Camp Robin, and it's amazing. This woman's dedication and work. She's just incredible. It's such an honor to work with her on this committee. She has been the driving force. We've worked really well together, and I've learned a lot from her. She's
Okay.
unbelievable.
How did World Fest come about? A great idea, as the mayor said. How did it start? What was the genesis?
Well, when we were sitting at the cultural arts meeting, we were trying to figure out a way. How do we, for the first time out for this year, create an event that we can actually get as many people from our community involved in, not only involved in, but want to come and participate
Yes.
and be a part of. So we came up with the idea, because we have so many different diverse cultures here in our community,
Right.
what better way to teach our children how to respect them is to present them to them. And what best way to do that is through having the children themselves be part of the presentations. So we were actually at a Business Alliance meeting over at the Grand Marquis, and David Cedadino and I, superintendent of schools, were having a conversation, because David knows that I also was producing some theater productions here in Old Bridge, and he had asked me what I was up to, and I said, nope, no time for theater right now, I'm all in cultural arts. So he says, well, what are you doing? So I said, well, we're looking to put together a wonderful international day. He's like, wow, I've always wanted to do that. And then David and I started speaking about all our fond memories growing up. So my memories are of North 8th Street and the Giglio and Greenpoint, watching that procession, looking forward to every July, the first week in July, to go there and see the food and the music and all of that. And David as well, he has all his fond memories too. So he said, do you have a venue for this? I said, no, not yet. He goes, you do now. So it wound up being not only a wonderful venue for it, it was a great partnership, because I have to tell you, it has been so incredible. I'm still speechless that it's over because we've put so much time and energy into this, and it was so positive that I'm almost sad that it's over, but yet I'm looking forward to next year already.
Yeah.
But it has been an unbelievable partnership. He has Anahita Keeler, who is an unbelievable woman.
Yes.
She is their director of cultural, I want to make sure I get it, director of arts and culture for the Old Bridge Township District.
Yes.
And she was instrumental in getting all of the teachers from our elementary schools, our middle schools, and our high schools on board. And you know, you have to realize too, although we started planning this, the discussion started in April.
That's what I was going to ask you. When did
Yeah,
it start?
we
Yes.
started in April. However, the wheels really didn't start turning until right when school started because we really couldn't do much because the teachers were out on break with the students. So if I tell you how amazing all of these teachers have been that stepped up to the plate, you had your, you know, you could walk into any elementary school and those art teachers had taken on assignments of different countries to represent. And it's not just having the children do the artwork. There was a whole lesson that they incorporated in with it. So there was a lot of learning that went into this whole program, and it was not just on our 3 days of our festival. It was prior to that. It was bringing a new respect and an understanding, which was our goal, which is exactly what it was that we were looking as a committee to do. So, you know, you had the art teachers creating artworks that were displayed over at our festival. Then you had the music teachers teaching all of the children different songs and dances. It was unbelievable. You know, nothing brings more pride than a parent, as a parent, to
I'm
sit
sure.
there and I'm watching my
Yes.
child up there, and she was performing a song and dance from Ireland, and she was loving it, and the children were smiling and laughing, and, you know, the families coming together. It was just, it was unbelievable. But the whole process has been amazing. And what we did also is we brought on the PTA because there was so much involved in this, we couldn't do it alone. And what better way to get families involved, but to get the PTAs involved where the funding stayed now within our schools. So anything anyone spent at our fair went back to our own children. And that money is what helps to continue to support all of these wonderful programs in the arts and in music and in theater. So it was like it was a perfect round circle. It was wonderful. It was the world.
Okay, well, Rosemary, you're doing a great job, and I hate to interrupt you.
No,
But
please
it's
do. I
time
know
for
I-
us to take a break. Folks, we're going to be taking a break right now. We're talking with Rosemary Rivoli from the Cultural Arts Committee, talking about a recent, very successful project, World Fest. We'll be back to talk more about it in a moment. Please stay with us.
Okay, Oreo came in March, and Oreo's about 2.5. She's a pity laugh mix, very affectionate. When she's outside, she's very playful, but she will lay down and amuse herself, and she just make a wonderful companion. Once she gets out of her kennel, she walks extremely well. And she doesn't have to go real far. She's not a dog that really wants to go for, like with a jogger or something. She just likes a regular walk, so she wouldn't require somebody that really is really into heavy exercise. She's just content to go for a nice walk and come home and then lay around and lay outside. If you're interested in meeting Oreo, come down to Old Bridge Shelter, and one of the volunteers will give you a walk along, let you meet her in the yard, and then you just fill out an application and go from there. But she's really just a wonderful dog, and it's a very easy process, and I think you'll be glad you did.
Folks, welcome back to Old Bridge Outlook with Mayor Henry. On this program, we're talking with Rosemary Rivoli from the Cultural Arts Committee. We're talking about a recent event that they sponsored, that they put together, World Fest, held over at the high school several weeks ago. Rosemary, if I can come back to that.
Sure.
You were talking so well about it before we went to the break. What kind of planning went into this? It had to be just huge.
It was. It was a lot of planning. First of all, we have an amazing committee. We have a large committee. However, 4 of us stepped up to work on this project at this time. So it was myself and Barbara Anderson. And then we have Lisa Rodriguez, who is a mom of 3 children that are here through our school system here in Old Bridge. She also has a home-based business called Unique Party Concepts, and she's very creative. So her input it's we look towards her for all the creative aspects of it. And then we also have Maddie Tropiano, who has 2 children that have gone through Old Bridge school system, and she's an ESL teacher, and she has been in Kennelsworth since for 9 years now. So, together we sat down and we organized and we planned different jobs for each one of us. And, we put a timeline together. We knew this was our first time out, and we knew that there would be a lot of bumps in the road. But we knew with some perseverance and just some hard work and dedication, we would get through it. And we did. And I have to say, we really enjoyed ourselves. We learned a lot through the process. We also learned what we would like to change going forward, and we've been making notes, and we actually already have something planned to sit down and discuss what we felt was great and what we felt we needed to tweak a little bit for next year. But along with them, David Cedadino, as I said, was instrumental in putting this all together, Anita Keeler, and then this amazing woman who was like a one-woman army who was working with the PTA, Kim Castaigne. She was unbelievable because there was the whole other side to this. We did the cultural arts ends with the aspects of the children and the art presentations and the music and the dance. But then we had the other side. We had our carnival side, which is a lot of fun also.
I was going to bring that up, yes.
So we had that. So David and her were the ones that really organized that. So Kim went out, and she was able to get the PTAs to all step up and volunteer. And what was wonderful was, you had, at first we were a little concerned if we would have enough volunteers to cover all of the different stands. And as it turned out, as the days were progressing on, parents were signing up to stay on and donate extra and volunteer extra hours because they were enjoying themselves. Because not only are their children there, they're there and they're seeing people in our community. And it was just such a good, really a great feeling to be part of that. But, so Kim organized that and the ticket sales, the pre-sales for the wristbands, and it was a fabulous event and a great working connection we all had. We worked very well together. So.
Okay,
Tricky
thanks,
tray
Rosemary.
you had a lot of
Yes.
baskets were
Yes,
put
absolutely.
together.
And I have to say, Kim Castaigne also went out there and she got a lot of the businesses to donate. And the proceeds from that, I would actually like to bring up, went to SEPTA, Special Education PTA.
Right.
And Allison Wass was the had presented to their membership based on their donations that they earned. They've decided, they voted, and they are using that money to go towards purchasing a motorized wheelchair for a 12-year-old student that needs it.
Very nice.
So it was, a lot of time and effort went into this, but it was worth it. Like I said, it stayed with our children. It stayed
Do you have
within
any
our
idea how many
community.
people came out in the 2 days? Were
I
you able to
know.
get any kind of a count?
I wish next year I'd like to sit there with a little
Yeah, if you
counter if I
could, yeah.
could. You know what it was too? Our space was so large.
Yes.
So it was very deceiving. Like you didn't realize there was so many people there. I mean, I felt that it was a constant, nonstop.
There seemed to be a
of people.
constant flow of
It did.
people, I
It seemed
think,
like
right?
You were there with us all the
Yeah.
time. So it was a constant flow of people. But perhaps next year we could figure out a way to kind of monitor it.
And there was a lot of things going on in town that
Yes,
weekend.
that weekend, yes.
We had
I
the
know.
open houses at the
Also,
firehouse. We had the pink out game at the football stadium. So as Old Bridge is always,
And it was the opening day for the football season, for the professional football season. I heard about that from a few people that wanted to get over to see football.
the one football Sundays.
Mayor, as a businessman, I'm sure you can appreciate what went into this. The coordination, the project management alone,
A huge
putting things
effort.
together.
But if it's something you enjoy doing, it's not work. And I saw the smiles on everybody's faces. The parents really enjoyed themselves. The kids were having a blast. Everyone who had a booth set up there was having a good time, was laughing. I was walking around, and it was just a great opportunity to to say hello to everyone and crack some jokes and do some crazy things you normally wouldn't do.
Wouldn't do, right? Good opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
Rosemary, you mentioned talent. A lot of the talent that I saw involved some singing and some performances by the Main Street Theater Company.
Yes, they were unbelievable. Main Street Theater is wonderful. It's on Main Street in Parlin. So a lot of
Yes.
times people don't realize that that's actually part of Old Bridge.
Yes.
So we would like to try to get the word out there for a lot of the Old Bridge residents that are looking to get their children involved in theater. It's a wonderful group to get involved with. with. My children have done performances out of there. I've had the pleasure of volunteering there myself. They're great people. They were there. They performed on Sunday morning. They were unbelievable.
They were unbelievable, those singers. and
Unbelievable. They have children as well as
Yeah.
adults, so they do different genres of plays. There's a lot of even if you don't sing or dance, get the family together and go down there. You go on their website at any point during the year. They have different performances that go on. And Nicole Barrow White, which is one of our teachers here at Sandburg's Middle School for chorus, she's actually one of their musical directors. So
Okay.
it's wonderful to see our community, all together involved there as well.
Rosemary, there are a number of other events and activities that took place. One that comes to my mind is that pasta eating contest.
Yes.
Wow.
Bring your hungry on.
Bring you hungry on,
Yes.
man.
That was sponsored by Azanero's Pizza, and that was fabulous. That was a lot of fun to watch that. I don't know if I could have kept up with them, but that was something else to watch.
And the other thing that was interesting, I thought, was the chef, little cooking, tying in with Raritan Bay.
Yes, that was Chef Eric Levine, and he was one of the winners from TV's network, CHOP.
Yes.
And he was gracious enough to come join us as part of the Mayor's Wellness Program. We filmed a segment for our cooking show.
Right.
And Eric was nice enough to come and share his talents with us. And also John Hauser and Midge Hauser had donated all the wonderful produce that you saw there. And that's what the chef had used for his dish. So that was really great.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun, right?
Cooking show. Very
Okay, and there were a number of other people that backed you up, I guess. Huh? There were a lot of EMS
Yes,
people,
we
fire
did.
people around,
Yes,
auxiliary
we
police.
did, absolutely. Special thank you to Tommy Garrity, Jeff Rowan, Deputy Fink. They really helped us organize all of the important part of keeping everyone safe. So they've spent a lot of time also working with us, walking through the event and making sure we had safe paths for everyone. But thank you to them as well.
Okay, good. I think we got everybody. Mayor, can you think of anybody else?
No,
we're in
I
good
think
shape.
we're good, Gene. It's a lot of
Okay.
work. People think
Yeah.
it's an easy
Yeah,
to put
it's-
these type
it's
events
definitely
together.
not
It is a
easy, I'll tell you
monumental
that.
task.
Yes, it was.
The problem is with things like this, if everything goes well as expected to go well, all you have to do is mess up one thing, it's a whole disaster.
Yeah,
Right.
That's been my experience in business, I'll tell you.
Oh, we do have one other
One other
contest.
person,
I
yes.
did forget our other contest. Our Voces del Mundo, our Voices of the World.
Okay.
So we held a singing contest for teens, 14 to age 20, and then 20 and above for adults. And we had two winners. We had Cheyenne Rodriguez, who won for the teens, and Jim Rich, who won for the adults. And actually, we like to say a special thank you also to John Masici from Dream Studios. He actually donated 2 recording studio sessions for the 2 winners,
Boy, that's
which
nice.
was really great. And then the Cultural Arts was nice enough. We put together a nice plaque, trophy for the winners as well. So it was really a great day. I think everything went well.
Okay, thanks.
The weather was perfect. Too.
The weather was perfect. David.
I'll take credit for. No,
Oh,
David
okay.
took her in.
Dave already did. Dave told me
Beat
it
me to
does
it.
not rain on my parade, so sorry, but you can share it.
Okay. Rosemary, what's coming up? You alluded to some things you're looking at doing, maybe bring the concert series back. Anything else residents
Yes,
should
we'd
know
like
about?
to do that. We don't have any specific dates set up yet,
Right.
but we're looking once January comes to put together some different family events. Perhaps look forward to seasonal things. So there's always a constant steady every year that people are looking forward to doing. Definitely World Fest 2017 will be in the works. And then we were talking about perhaps during the holiday seasons to put together some kind of pageantry of some sort.
That'd be
You know,
nice.
that would be a lot of fun, but unfortunately we're running out of time this year, but it's something
Right.
definitely to look forward to. But we're always looking for suggestions and ideas, and we're looking for people that would like to get involved, and anybody who is interested in getting involved can reach out to us.
And who should they contact?
They can email us over at culturalarts@oldbridge.com.
Okay, we'll put that up on the screen for you.
Great.
Rosemary, as you go forward, as you look from your perspective, what do you think the greatest opportunity is for the Cultural Arts Committee going ahead?
Oh, I
next
just
year or two, what do you
yeah,
think?
I just see us growing tremendously. I see the outpouring of support. So part of World Fest too, we had a lot of outside organizations that took part in this, and they were
Yes.
loving it. And you know, now that we're a paperless society, and I could tell you as a parent, I am the worst when it comes to going online and looking in the backpack to see what kind of community events are coming up. So you know, they're lacking exposure as much as they used to get when we used to get paper home in the backpack. So if any way we can help in building with the baseball teams, the soccer teams, this is all part of our culture. This is what our children grow up doing on the weekends. I'm a soccer mom. Helping them also to expand and get the word out. We would like to make it that as one community, we are all together and doing different things to help promote everything from the arts to the sports, to the singing, to the theater, everything, the cultures.
Do you feel that the overriding theme of cultural diversity, coming together, recognizing it, embracing it, as Anahita said, do you think that was successful?
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. My children came back, learned so much, shared it with me, and you can't ask for more than that. My daughter, when she looked at me, she said, Mommy, I know you spent a lot of hours, but thank you.
Really?
That made it all worthwhile.
I guess it did. Last question for you. What's your wish list? I'm sure you have a wish list.
I
Everybody
do.
that gets involved in projects like yours always has a wish list. What's yours?
We do. We want a home. We want a place that we can call our own. We want walls that we can hang artwork from local artists. We want hallways with speakers so we can have the musical performances and screens, and a venue where we can have a stage. So, you know, eventually, I know there's a little barn up the road, a little bit piece. So maybe one day we'll be able to get that and get some funding and renovate it. There have been barns that have been renovated into theaters once before. So I think that would be a fun project to look forward to.
And that's where I'll jump in.
Mayor?
And hopefully I'll be able to grant that
What do you
wish. I know
think?
I'm not a
Very
genie,
nice.
but I will try. We've been trying.
That would
And
be
we are getting close to getting the ownership and be able to get on the control
Yeah, that
form.
barn has long been coveted
And
by many
I would,
people.
I can't think of a better organization than Cultural Arts Committee to take over that barn and turn it into a home, turn it into a venue where they can have concerts, where they can have plays, where they can have educational activities can happen, and then taking part of the house and making that part of an art gallery for anyone in the arts who would like to display their talents. It would all come together on the Cottrell Farm. To get the atrium rebuilt on the outside of that building would be another wish for me.
Right.
You know, the community gardens, we want to get on that. We want to have just a place for the community to come together and enjoy life here in Old Bridge. And I think that's where it can happen on that farm.
Yeah, I think you're anticipating my next question. My next question was, what would you like to see? I think you've already sort of said that.
Yeah, we're ready to go. We're just waiting for a little bit more paperwork to get done by the DEP and the county. But it hopefully by the end of the year we're going to have that signed agreement in our hands, and we will
Okay.
be able to start actively, looking in the spring to get on that property and
Okay.
start doing something. At least
That
make
would
plans.
that would be encouraging, Rosemary. Yeah. What else is on your wish
That
list?
sounds great, a barn raising. There you go. Put that down on the list of calendar
A
events.
bar. There you go. What else is on your wish list? What's number 2?
You know what? Just that the community continues to embrace us and gives us the different tools that we need to continue to showcase them. Reach out to us. Do you have a child that has a special talent? Do you have a special talent? Do you know of a place that perhaps we don't know about that maybe we should go and scope out for a venue?
Okay, good.
We're just, you know what? Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. We have children. We have an investment in this community, our children, ourselves, our homes. We all love it here. I'm very proud to be an Old Bridge resident. Very proud. And there's just so much here for all of us that, if people just continue to participate with us and give us a reason to continue to go forward, can't ask for more than that.
Do you have any kind of suggestion box or write-in for people to?
They can email us.
To email you
Absolutely,
to-
they can email us. They could show up at one of our meetings. Our meetings are held the first Monday of the month. We have a
Where are they
website.
held? Well, let's put that up on the screen. So first Monday of the month,
Sure,
where?
upstairs in room 201. We're upstairs in room 201, and we meet at 7 p.m.
201, the first Monday at 7 p.m. Okay. Anything else you'd like to say?
Just thank you so much for having me
Covered
here.
everything?
I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Well, we're delighted to have you. You were a fantastic guest.
Thank you.
I think we should give you a microphone and give you a show.
Absolutely, cultural arts.
A cultural arts show.
Spotlight on cultural arts.
Spotlight on
That
cultural
works.
arts, right, Mayor?
I have a new wish list.
Bring the show on the road.
Can I have a new wish list? I like to do cultural arts. Spotlight on cultural arts.
Spotlight on cultural arts. Why not? It's a community station.
Sounds
Community
great to me.
activities, huh?
Absolutely. Give us an opportunity to highlight them, bring it into everyone's home.
Okay, Mayor, we're good?
We're good, Gene. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, well, good. Thank you, and Rosemary, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Folks, we've been talking with Rosemary Rivoli, who is on the Cultural Arts Committee. She's been describing some of the myriad activities they are engaged in and some of the things they're looking forward to doing coming up in the future. I want to thank you for watching Old Bridge Outlook. I'm Gene McLaughlin. We'll see you next time. Take care.